Hello everyone. In this video, I am going to show you how to create this space illustration or in specific quasar illustration in the app Hipaint. So this is going to be a detailed illustration where I'll be sharing the steps, methods and the brush details. So don't skip the video anywhere. Let's get started. In my Hipaint app, I'm going to create a new canvas. So click on this plus and click new canvas. Here I'm going to open 4:3 ratio canvas and I want to apply a background color. In Hipaint, to apply background color, click on this layer panel and at the at the bottom of all the layers you can find something called background. When you click on that, it automatically open the color panel where you can choose the color like this. Here I'm going for a dark blue, something like this, almost like a navy, dark navy blue, something like that, and this is going to act as our background. Now in the next layer I'm going to create the main character, the quasar. So for that I'm going to go for the element section in the brush panel and I'm going to use smoke brush. So you can find this, and this is how it looks. So this is how it looks, but I'm going to keep things smaller and mild. So what I'm going to do is just clear the layer and reduce the size, and now I'm going to draw circles. So I want to draw circles with the same center, so I'm using the auxiliary guide. You can see, using that center as the center, I'm going to draw these circles. So you can either draw a circle and hold, otherwise you can simply draw circles. And here I'm going to use multiple colors like purple, pink, orange and yellow, and almost like white color for this, to create a gradient of colors, creating that specific shape. So everything going to be in a circle manner. So at the center it's going to be white, followed by the yellow, orange, pink, and at last at the outer circle we're going to have the purple. And now just do like this in a circular motion, and I want to add some layers of sharp lines. So for that I just reduce the size of the brush and creating the circles like this. You can see the exact shape of that circles. Before we have been drawing a merge, like smudge of all the colors, and now I'm going to create a bright sharp circles at the top, and again few layers of like textured foggy circles. So this will give us a good texture to create that space illustration. Okay, almost ready. Now a little bit of yellow, and then a little bit of orange, pink, then at last purple. Okay, now just we have to remove the accelerate tool. So switch off that accelerate lines tool, and now I'm just going to reduce the size of this circle shape to place it exactly at the center and small, so that we can do the main details. So now go to these three dots and click on the second option where you can find liquify. Click on that liquify, and here just choose twill left or right. Here I'm using the right, and you can adjust the size of this twill by this size panel. Now you can see, when I increase the size, the amount of rotation or twill is also increasing. Here I'm going to make it to the maximum and do something like this. And once again I will show you, If you can see, if I just do it and without clicking on the tick, if I do, it will automatically erase. So click on this liquify, do the process, and then click on the tick at the bottom, click on the OK, then it will get saved. Now we got this. If you want further, you can do. I'm okay with the texture, everything is beautiful, so I'm okay with this. So clicking on this OK. Now I'm going to change the position of this circle. Before doing further, I'm going to duplicate this and just saving that as for later purpose if I need in case. So on the top layer, I'm going to click on the transform tool and click on this distort transform. Adjust the position like this in the 3D angle. You can see how I changed instantly from a 2D into a 3D one. Just adjust this anchor point like this and increase these corners if you want further, elongated like that, and place it wherever you want. And now this looks good. Now to release this transform, you have to click on this transform tool once again. So here, not here, we have to click here, it get removed. I means the transform tool disappear. So now I'm going to duplicate this and change the blending mode of this to add blending mode. You can see once I change to add blending mode, it changes into a brighter one. So you can either choose screen or lighten blending modes, but I'm okay with the add blending mode. You can see how bright it is. It gives some glowy finish. And then go to this Gaussian blur and blur it off like this. So we don't want a sharp details when it comes to space illustration, because we're going to see everything from so many light years away. So it will be blurry, not so clear, so we'll get something like that. So don't go for sharp details, instead keep it foggy, smoky, cloudy, something like that. You can adjust and check how much brightness you want this. For this, I'm keeping it as a maximum opacity. Now above this layer, I'm going to create another layer, and here I'm choosing the black color because it's going to be black hole for this. So the black hole we're going to place at the center. So this is like the center, that black hole, and half of this black hole is not visible because of that details. So I don't know what we have to mention that, so I'm just telling as random things. So here, using the leaf eraser, I'm erasing and adjusting the shape. I want it to be a little bit thinner. So using the distort transform, I'm reducing its height. Now it looks good. Still, as I told before, we don't want the sharp details. You can see it's very sharp, so I'm going to erase this corner using this this smoke eraser. Just place it here, and then we're going to use the eraser. Go for the smoke eraser, reduce the size and erase like this. The the black hole is hidden at the center, so I'm going to make it like a faded one. Now it looks cool. Now create a clipping layer and change the blending mode of this to add, because we're going to add some highlight details for this black hole. And using the the small hair, short hair brush using the blue color. I'm going to add some texture like this. It's not that much visible here, but I'm adding little bit of texture to this. Like this. And then going for the white color. Okay, done. Try adding some color variation if you want. And move the brush strokes in the angle of these shape's direction. Now using the medium nozzle brush, I'm going to add a little bit of pink color at the corner, like a reflection. I don't know what to mention that, but adding little bit. Now create another layer. It's not a clipping layer, it's a normal layer. So here we're going to apply the background details, so everything going to be cloudy, smoky, something like that. So using the smoke brush, I'm going to add this texture. And before that, yes, I forgot this. So we have to add something like a rays coming, coming out of that black hole. So like this, it's not that much visible. So here I'm using the small dots brush, and you can see very mild line. Change the blending mode to add, and keep adding the strokes like this. Like this. And this side as well, from the back side. Okay, now using the same small dot eraser, I'm going to erase on this back side. Like this. It has to be a little bit faded out. So I'm erasing like this. So it's going to go inside that center black hole, and it should not be visible on that top pink, circle thing. Now just duplicate this layer and you can make the blur here. So for making blur, click on these three dots and you can find motion blur. In motion blur, when it move in certain angle, the blur moves on that angle, you can see. So just move in the angle in the direction of that rays like this, and then create a new layer, and here I'm going to make the smoke fog. So for that I'm using the smoke brush, choosing the blending mode as overlay. You can try overlay, add blending mode, or linear blending mode, or the lighten blending mode, or the screen blending mode. Just go very mild, reduce the opacity of the brush, and create something like this. You can add multiple colors here. So here I'm adding the pink and then something like aqua blue color. Just here and there. Like this. Almost done. You can also add pink color. Now we're going to add, next one is the stars. We're going to add distant stars that is visible between the smoke. So here you can find starry sky brush. Just choose white color, create a new layer with the add blending mode and make stars like this. You don't need to add big stars, so you can add a little bit of it in a big size, then you can change it to small. So I'm just adding here as well little bit. And to add little bit of scattering brushes stars, just go to the brush settings and click on the shape option, and here at the bottom you can find the scatter option. So increase the counter jitter and the scatter value. When you keep the scatter at maximum, the stars will scatter instead of everything coming in as a bunch in particular place. So increase the scatter value and add stars like this. You can make it further like this. It will give us more stars in the scattered way. add all over the space like this. Here you can see it's not that much visible when we see overall, but when you zoom you can see so many stars. So I want in that manner only, because from the distant stars not going to be visible that much when we see like a as a random thing. So above all, just create a new layer and change the blending mode to linear burn. We're going to create some dark corners. So using the 2B pencil brush, I'm going to create widget black corners like this. Okay, now if you want, you can reduce the opacity of this sky. I mean, just reduce the opacity of that layer little bit, and then everything is done. So now just export this as JPG. If you want, you can reduce the visibility of this laser, I mean the rays a little bit. Everything is done. Now just save this as JPG, and here is my final illustration. Yes, it came out really good. So I made this video specially for, I don't know, I forgot the name, but they told me to create this as they need to create this for some school purpose. So that's why I created this. So thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel, and if you want some videos like this, tell me in the comments below. Bye.